Greetings everybody, welcome to part 40. And basically what I'm doing right now is I am playing this scene here, which means we are finally moving on to the final area of the game. But before we do move on, we're going to make a little detour. And first I'm calling my trusty steed Epona to me. Can't believe we forgot this song. That's sad. Anyway, what we want to do here is we're gonna go towards the ocean area, and we're not going to jump over the fence. Instead, see this boulder right here? Well, we're going to destroy this boulder, and you can either use bombs, the blast mask, or Goron Link's fire punch, and I'm going to go with Goron Link's fire punch. Now, of course, underneath the boulder is a secret hole, and of course, Link, the ever-brave explorer, will go down this secret hole. And in the secret hole, there are Biodeku Babas. 2 of them, actually, and, well, we need to kill them before we can complete our task here. Now, I decided to screw the mask, and I'm just going to shoot them with arrows, because, well, they prove them to be more effective. Alright. Of course I will. Come on, die, you stupid thing. There we go. We got one left, and there. They're dead. Good. Alright, now that they're dead, aim the arrow at the beehive things and try and knock them down into the water. Now, one of these beehive things will contain well, rupees for one thing, but in here we are trying to look for a heart piece because yeah, they are running out of ideas where to store these things. So yeah, we get our heart piece and la 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 la. I like how they diversify how you get these heart pieces. I mean, you defeat enemies in one, you win mini games and others, and you just have to find them in places like a beehive. So yeah, that's it for this hole. There's nothing else to do here, so let's get out of here. Alright, now that we are done with our little errand right here, we can proceed to the canyon area. Now, at first I thought I wanted to go back in time to start a new cycle, but I'm on day 2 and I still got plenty of time, so I was like, yeah, what the hey, I might as well go on to the next area. And see, I love my horse. See how indestructible she is? You can run over enemies. Enemies will go towards the horse and it won't damage her. Whee! I can run through these choo-choos if I wanted to. I love the music of the overworld theme. Don't you, folks? All these real bomb chews, the constant annoyance that knock me off on platforms. I mean, when these guys see you, their bomb tails will activate and try and seek you out. But of course I'm riding my horse this time, so they won't damage me. See, look at that. I just run over them. La la la. Ha ha. What is Epona made of? Seriously. I mean, no ordinary horse would survive that. I mean, her legs would have gotten broken, and she would have had to be put down, and that would suck. Well, anywho, before we go up to the tall cliff over there, go this way, because what we need to do is get a new item, or actually a couple new items. And folks, welcome to the Icona Graveyard. And the Icona Graveyard is run by this guy, Dampy? Yep, that's Dampy the Gravedigger. Yeah, apparently Termina has one of him too. So, yeah, Strange that he's serving the same function as he did in Hyrule. And of course, Dampy the Grave Digger died when Link became an adult, and we had to erase his ghost in order to get the hook shot, and we had to race him again in under a minute in order to get a heart piece. So yeah. So what we're gonna do here, see that thing of fire? That's actually a treasure chest inside, and to do that, we need to awaken this giant skull thing right here. Now, you can, of course, by awakening we mean play the Sonata of Awakening, and you can do it in any form you want. So I'm just gonna use good old regular Link to wake him up. And this giant thing that we're gonna wake up right in a moment his name is Skull Kita. Yeah, Skull Kita. How original. Because he's a big old skull. Well, actually, he's a giant... They use a giant sprite of a enemy called the Stall Children, or Stall Child. And as you can see here, we got these little Stall Child right here. Now, these enemies were in Ocarina of Time, and basically, when you were a child, if you veered off the path during the night, you would constantly get attacked by these guys, and if you attacked a whole bunch of them, a big one will pop out. Now, as long as you stay on the pathway, like the brown pathway, and if you wear the bunny hood, these guys will not attack you at all. So, yeah. And of course, if you don't get to Skull Kita in a reasonable amount of time, he will comment on how slow you've been and say you are not worthy of the challenge. See right here? And of course, he'll dig himself underground, and what you have to do is just leave the immediate area and come back to wake him up and challenge him again. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Now, we can slow down Skull Kita by throwing bombs or shooting arrows at him. And basically, if you manage to catch up to Skull Kita and slash your sword at him, the mini-boss fight will begin proper. Right here. Alright, so he is not really that difficult. All he does is swipe at you, and you can dodge it easily. And he'll try and jump onto the air to smash you. You can dodge that when you see a shadow. And you can also stun him with bombs and arrows, so he shouldn't be too difficult. And of course, after enough damage, he'll cry uncle, and yeah. Well, folks, enjoy this cutscene. Now, he expects us to do something. Maybe we should play him the Song of Healing to heal his soul or something? Because something? Well, of course, the real answer is that Link gives him a salute back. And of course, it relieves him of his duties, and he disintegrates. Fun. And the fire surrounding the treasure chest will dissipate. So now we can get the chest. Now, there are two ways we can get the chest right here. We can either jump across with the bunny hood, which I failed to do here, or just use the hook shot to latch on to the chest because, well, it's made of wood. So, yeah. Anyway, inside this treasure chest shall be the captain's hat. And with the captain's hat, we now have control over Skull Kita's army. The Icona army. So, yeah. So, who put a giant in charge of the army? That's weird. Again, Termina is weird. Why is this place weird? I mean, Hyrule has magic and all that stuff, but this place, weird. And of course, for me, it has magic too, but its own kind of magic. Well, anyway, we're going to have a little fun with the captain's hat, because we're going to scare the crap out of an old man. Literally. Well, not literally. You see, this guy, Dampy, is out during the day, but he retreats into the night because he is scared of stall children that appear. And by wearing the captain's hat, he gets so freaked out that he will run away towards his house, which so happens to be next to the sleeping place of Skullkita. So, shouldn't he be afraid? Shouldn't he be afraid? And yeah, well, he says that the stall children come out at night, and that's going to be important because we're going to need their help later on. But there's another place we can talk to some stall children. Let's go into this house here at Great Bay Coast, the second house next to the fisherman's house. And as you can see here, there's this bombable wall, so we can use bombs or the blast mask to blast it open. And that sounds familiar. I recognize that crawly, creepy sound. And gold Skulltulas? Ah, crap. Yes, folks. This is known as the Oceanside Spider House, if you hadn't read the captions earlier. And basically, it's another gold Skulltula house. And just like the Swamp Spider House, our job here is to, well, kill every single one of these golden spiders. But don't worry, the count again is 30, so yeah, here we go again. I mean, who had the idea of creating 2 spider houses? Seriously. I mean, it's sure that the 100 gold Skulltulas side quest was fine. I mean, people quit after getting 50 because they got the piece of heart, and the unlimited money is pretty much an afterthought, but still, who came up with the idea of having 2 houses, each of them filled with 30 Skulltulas for a grand total of 60? So yay. They really think the side quest was the bomb. They love it. And as you'll see as I go through the spider house, well, this layout is much different than the one in the Swamp Spider House. Now, the thing is, though, you don't exactly need the hook shot to actually get into the Swamp Spider, to actually complete the Swamp Spider House, I don't think. I mean, you can use alternative methods like the bunny hood, the arrows, and magic beans and stuff. But here you do need it because you definitely need to use the hookshot target to cross the fence to get to the other side to complete this house. Now, when I got the hookshot much earlier, you're thinking, why didn't I go in sooner? Why didn't I just complete the Swamp Spider House and then the Spider House? Well, I wanted to wait until now because I got the Captain's Hood, and like I said earlier, there are stall children stationed here. And we can talk to these stall children to find out a secret inside this very house. See, there's one right there. And when we talk to him, he will tell us that they've investigated the secret here, and he tells us part of a code. Now, what he's telling me right now that is something yellow has to be shot 6. Alright. Now, there are actually 6 stall children here, and each one of them has a piece of a code that is basically you have to shoot things in a certain order 6 times, or 6 things in a certain order. Now, the thing about this order is that it's randomized for every game through, I think. So either get a piece of paper to write down the combination when they tell you, or if you have a good memory, good for you. So yeah, and there's 2 stall children in the library, and there are 4 of them in the basement area that we'll visit in our next video. And before we leave the area, let's kill some gold Skulltulas. And so, in my next video, we will continue to hunt for these Skulltulas, And we will meet the remaining stall children to find out the secret of this spider house. So, basically, yeah. Well, folks, I'll see you in part 41.